Funny Finance Guy. Sorry about the episode a while ago. The video quality wasn't the best. I was trying to fix the camera. Right now, I'm also trying to fix the camera. But okay, so right now, camera's all fixed. I'm on a little staycation, so I don't have my little holder for the camera. And with that, everything is just macam amateurish. But then again, even my professional setup is still very amateur. So this is more amateur than usual. So that's a joke right there. So that's where it goes. That's where the funny finance guy. That's where the funny is in the funny finance guy. So I know it's not the best joke, but okay. So anyway, we're not here to listen to jokes. We're here to actually get some investment advice. Okay. So I think in a couple of episodes prior to this, I actually created an episode which talked a little bit about the top-down process of picking stock. So what the top-down process is, we look at the economy and see what's happening, right? And then from there, we look at companies, what companies were very popular in terms of the demand for their products. And then from there, we can actually look at the company which actually provide the products, and then we actually look and buy that particular stock. So for instance, right? So the top-down approach. Quite recently, what happened was the whole world had the lockdown. So the next thing is what product was high in demand. So at this point in time, the glove sector that was very high in demand for their products, right? And then when we look at the glove sector, then we look at the companies which were involved creating manufacturing glove, and then after that we buy those stocks, right? I talked a little bit about that in my previous episodes. How to stock pick. Always look at the economic situation, see what's happening, see what people see what are the demand or products, which product actually has a very high demand, and then from there we look at the companies which will benefit from this, right? So that's the first way of looking at stock. The second way of looking at stocks is maybe if you go to a mall, right, and we walk in the mall at one time. Just an example. Many years ago, there was this company called Vinci. I don't know whether you guys heard of this. So if you go to KLCC, right, and if you go to this mall, right, you go to this particular shop called Vinci. It's all women's shoe, right? And it was insane. People would just line up, and it looks like the shoes were almost free now. So, and then after that, what I did was I looked at the owners for Vinci. It was called Padini, right? And that's where you can actually Google Padini. Maybe you Google maybe 5, 10 years ago. So that was a very popular stock back then, right? And then right now, I mean, maybe 5 years ago, right? You could see that people were all lining up for this particular product. If you look at gadgets, there were two companies which actually were very popular with the gadgets. That would be Apple and also the Google or the Samsung phones, right? People will line up and people will try to get that particular product. Right now, more recently, Netflix, right? At this point in time, if you look, more and more people are moving towards Netflix with the whole pandemic, which, by the way, ended already. But you can see the Netflix stock price. It actually flew like a rocket, right? If you were to Google, you type Netflix and then you type stock price, you will notice that the Netflix stock price actually moved up. So right now, these are old stories already, right? So right now, the most important thing is what new stories are there? What new investment tips are there, right? I'm always asking myself this question. And remember this one thing, guys, okay? If you can take only one lesson today, it's just this. Always ask the right questions. I always try to ask the right questions. I always ask myself, I always go to a mall. I always look at what products are very popular, right? And I always go online. I always go to Google Trends. I see what is trending right now. And I always go to TikTok, and I will always go to YouTube. I always look at what is trending. From there, it gives me ideas. If you can only take one idea from this video, it's this, right? Always ask the right questions. And the right questions are, what product is popular right now? What product is going to get popular maybe in 1 or 2 months down the road, right? And then after that, if you can actually identify these products and you can identify the companies actually manufacturing this product, you're actually halfway there towards becoming a half-decent stock picker, very honestly. So anyway, back to, I guess I have this small little script. So, and back to what I was talking about, right? So quite recently, about in September, there was this very popular, I guess, series. It was called the Squid Games, right? In fact, I was watching the Squid Games also. Yeah, instead of watching Squid, and instead of creating YouTube videos, I actually ended up watching quite a fair bit of Squid Games. And yeah, I took 3 or 4 of my weekends, and lo and behold, when I was googling Squid Games, and it became a global phenomenon, right? And when it became a global phenomenon, what many people did was they wanted to copy a lot of these characters within the Squid Games, right? So over here, right, over here, if you were to Google stocks which actually rose during this particular point in time, try to guess which stocks actually rose. Okay, okay. So these are the stocks which actually rose. Okay, the first, right, is the platform which allowed people to watch Squid Game. Netflix actually rose quite a bit lah, maybe 1 or 2% lah. It didn't raise that much lah, right? So that's the first thing. As a business, if more and more people watch Netflix, what's going to happen is that the demand is there, and when there's the demand there, the revenue for that particular company will also move up. That's the first stock which actually benefit. The second stock which actually benefited, actually I bought some stocks. I actually bought that particular stock. Okay, if you were to Google Squid Games, right, and you were to Google this company called Vans, VANS, right? At that point in time, most of the cars were wearing the white shoes, right? And yeah, so what it was, I was like, oh shit, all of these people are actually wearing Vans shoes. And then after that, I Googled, who are the manufacturers? Is that manufacturer listed? And lo and behold, it was a listed company. It's called VF, I think. VF. I forgot the rest of the name, but yeah, I actually bought one stock, and yeah, it actually gave me some good returns. Actually, maybe about 3 or 4%, and it also gives dividends, right? But the point which I'm trying to make is this two things. Yeah, I'm not suggesting anyone to buy Vans. That's the most important thing, right? I'm not probably put me in trouble. So yeah, I'm not telling anyone to buy this particular company. But the main point of the story is this, right? Always ask yourself, what are the popular products? Look at their television shows, right? Even the teal jackets, where all these Squid Game guys, right? Yang pakai kan. Even that during Halloween, very high demand. So I was also asking myself, are these Adidas jackets? I wasn't even sure myself, right? But right now, after this whole episode, right, I want to ask you guys, right, what are the major things which are coming out right now? So over here, right now, with the whole country opening from their lockdowns, what are the products that a lot of people are demanding right at this point in time? For instance, I can give you guys some examples, okay? Look at hotels, right? Hotels is one place where, yes, and also flights. That's right, and that's one of the reasons why Air Asia. I don't know whether you guys were subscribers for the funny finance guy back last year. I think I was the only crazy analyst talking about Asia, Asia, Asia. I had 4 or 5 episodes just talking about Asia. Every time when there was a lockdown, I would say, "Oh no," and I always said this advice. And if you guys look at it, right, and you guys followed me, right, I always said this stock will be bumpy. I don't know whether you guys remember that. I always said the stock will be bumpy. Tengok, if you guys actually invested at point in time, double, I think. Maybe, I think about 50, 60 cents. Right now it's 120 or something lah. Yes, you're right, Segren. Correct. Flights, hotels, very popular. In fact, when I wanted to book this hotel room, oh my gosh, there was one, I think last week. I wanted to do a staycation. Tengok the lobby was so penuh, right? Macam seandai it's free tau. Macam like everyone berpusu-pusu rushing to actually book for their hotel stay, right? So right now I'm giving you guys two I guess two ideas, hotels and also flights. Aside from that, also look at what businesses are opening. Always keep your eyes open, right? I think another one also will be food. I tengok all the mamas are opening and whatnot. Unfortunately, not many listed mamas over here in Malaysia. But yeah, so I think I guess this is the latest I guess things which I've already seen. I want to share it with you guys, and if you guys have any ideas, please put it down in the comment section, right? But with the whole Squid Games, I could see things moving. I actually got this great idea. I wanted to share it with you guys. And right now, with Malaysia opening up, we can see all the hotels opening up. We can see flights, right? I want to share with you guys that particular idea. But before we end, right? Uh, notice I talked about Air Asia much earlier before that. So as an analyst, right, is this, you cannot buy a stock when everyone is buying already, for me it's a bit too late lah for me. So if you notice there's this company, Dagang Next, yeah, I actually bought it. I think when it was a penny stock lah. I think right now $1-2 or something lah. I also don't know. I think you guys will know better than me, right? But at that point in time, I mean, people were wondering like, why is this guy even talking about this stock, right? So the whole thing of it all is, as an analyst, you need to know how to forecast what's going to happen in the future lah. So simple example, right? If right now it's lockdown, there's this thing called pent-up demand. Pent-up demand, okay? So pent-up demand meaning to say, kalau you tak pergi kan, you gian nak pergi, you nak pergi. And then when bila buka, wow, everyone's going, right? So at that point in time, I was looking at human psychology. Tengok, I knew people were wanting to travel, and I knew once the borders open, everyone wanted to go out, right? So for you guys today, look at something which may potentially happen in 3 or 4 months down the road, right? 3 or 4 months down the road, right? At this point in time, I'm not buying hotels. I'm not buying any flight companies. As you guys already know, I really have my interest in those companies already. So just let it ride lah, like I said. So, okay. So with that, I'm just going to conclude this particular episode. I'm just going to say one thing, right? Right now, Malaysia is open. Keep our eyes open. By the time it comes out in news, right, I won't even touch that particular stock, right? Because it's already everyone knows about it already. Everyone would just trade the stock. Always try to trade the stock before lah, So that's my 2 cents lah. Yeah. So any questions before I end this session? Okay. So thank you guys. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for coming and watching this particular episode. I know I've not been the most consistent. I know, sometimes datang, sometimes start plan, So I just, guys, we're all friends over here. Let's make it a fun journey, right? And thank you, Segaran. Thank you so much for coming for this live episode. It's for guys like you, Alpha, Hang, Segaran, yourself. I'm making this particular series. And I always believe investing, it's common sense. Bukan susah actually. And you guys could actually see, we made money, right? So I mean, the most important thing is we made money, right? So yeah, with that, I think I'm going to conclude this episode. I want to actually see you guys much more sooner. So if you guys have any good questions, write it down so at least I can get some inspiration lah. So cepat I buat video. Sekarang ni macam every time I scratch my head, macam apa? I don't know what to talk about kan. So yeah, any comments, just put it down. I'm more than happy. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much for coming for this particular live, and enjoy the rest of the evening. With that, take care and hope to see you guys soon. Or subscribe and give me a bunch of likes if you like this particular episode. With that, take care, guys.